Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Julie here with another Sims 4 speed build. I don't know why I say it every time, because every time it is the same thing. It's a speed build. So this, it's not a tiny home. I guess it's just a small home. Goes without a name for pretty much the whole video because I had no clue what I was doing or who I was building it for. I came across like this floor plan, and it was a small home, and I thought, oh, this would be nice to build. I just kind of liked the floor plan. I changed it a little bit. I made certain things a bit bigger. Like the floor plan that I came across, the kitchen was like what would have equaled to one tile in length, like, or not in length, but like maybe 5 tiles in length, but only like 1 tile wide. So obviously I made changes there so I could fit in like a dining room and stuff. But and then the outside, I, put my own twist on it. So that's why I'm not putting a picture in of the floor plan or anything that I came across, because I did make enough changes that it's really just not the same. So it doesn't really matter. But point remains, it was a floor plan that I saw, but I had no clue who I was building this for. I just felt like building it. So, probably about, I would say, halfway-ish through the build, I had a couple of ideas in mind just because of the way that I started decorating it. I felt like it seemed kind of more on the manly-ish side, darks and blues and grays and stuff. So I thought, oh, okay, well, and I did 2 bedrooms. Now the second room was pretty small, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's, just a single guy, and that second room would be his office. But then beside the kitchen, and you'll see it later, I had like a little nook there that I thought would be just super cute and perfect for a desk and stuff. So I was like, okay, the second bedroom is now useless. It's not an office. I don't want to do another art studio because I've done that like 100 times. So as I'm building and just all these things are going in my mind, I thought, okay, it is a single dad small home. So I'm like, it was a bachelor pad, and then maybe his ex, or just whether it's an ex or not, maybe just the mother of his child, his daughter, maybe got some crazy awesome opportunities somewhere across the world, and the kid didn't want to go, or the dad didn't want the kid to go, whatever. Either way, he ends up with his daughter. I don't know, maybe his ex dies. Whatever the story you want it to be, or whoever you want to live here. It's completely up to you, but that is what I ended up starting or deciding. And so the second bedroom, I do make it, it's the cutest little bedroom. It's small, but it's so cute and colorful. I think I've done a couple of rooms that have been pretty colorful, but not to this extent. Like this one is like bright pinks and bright blues, and it's super cute. So the kitchen, I had originally started, and again, I knew I wanted to go like a manly-ish look, like darks and stuff, and maybe a little bit industrial. I don't think I really got the industrial of this, because I went a little bit of a different direction, but I had started off in the kitchen with like those base game, they look like metal countertops and like metal, cupboards and stuff, but I just didn't like the way it looked, so I went with these base game, the cheaperino, and I was also thinking like, oh, maybe I can keep it under 20 grand and make it a starter home. So I started the kitchen off with kind of inexpensive stuff, and then I decided I don't care, because it doesn't matter in The Sims. Sure, a starter home is great, but also, control shift C, cheat, money, blah, you can have whatever you want. So, but yeah, so the kitchen with the floor tiles that I ended up putting in, I don't usually go with colored tiles. I usually keep it pretty plain. So I really liked that look. And then I kind of, that color, I think I changed them later, but it's still somewhat in the same, oh no, I think those are the ones I end up with actually. I think I changed them already. But I kind of, I guess, stick a little bit with that color throughout the build. Not a huge amount, but enough. And I like the way this build turned out. The kind of main living area is small. The master bedroom is a nice size. There's just the one bathroom, but even the bathroom is a nice size, and it's got everything you need in it. At the point of me doing this voiceover, I have not yet play tested it, but I think everything should be fine, but I will hopefully get the chance to play test it before I put it on the gallery. This video will probably go up and the I don't think the house will be on the gallery immediately. Just some stuff going on this week with the kids starting preschool, and so I'm kind of can't stay up late because I got to get up so early to get her to preschool and stuff. So I'm just gonna do the voiceover for this, and then maybe tomorrow pop the screenshots in and everything. I finished this build and finished editing the video probably almost nearing a week ago, but I just have not had the chance to sit down and do the voiceover for it. But here I am now. So we did the living room. We kind of breezed through that. It's mostly just black and white, and then that one carpet, you can just see a little chunk of it, and it's got a little bit of the blue in it, and just, I don't know, some books, I think, on the TV stand, but pretty plain other than a couple of things on the wall. And the bathroom, I don't know if I'm crazy about it or not, but those like little leafy flower things that I put above the mirror, I was like, I don't know if that looks grandma-esque or if it looks like super cool. So I was like, I don't know, but I left it. So here's the little nook that I did for the office. So it's just kind of off the kitchen, and you've got that cool wall divider thing beside it. So I thought this just fits in perfectly, and then the bookshelf just sits on it so perfectly. And I think it was around this point that I was starting to think, like, okay, like the second bedroom or the second room needs to be used for something, and I was kind of brainstorming in my head as I was going, and I decided, obviously, like I said, it'll be like his daughter's room, so that's why I put that little puppy calendar in the kitchen, because I was like, oh, that seems a little more childish than what a grown man would have in his bachelor pad. And I didn't go back into the house, like, and put toys or kid things and stuff like that, because I thought, depending on the age of the child, they don't have to have toys all over the place. You've got your bedroom, and that's that. Like, even my daughter here, she's 3.5, and she's got her bedroom that's full of her toys, and then she's got like a shelf down here in the, like, not down here, but in the living room, she's got like a Paw Patrol shelf that's full of like bucket things that have toys in it, but it's not like everywhere you turn, well, I guess maybe kind of. But anyways, I thought this child would be older. I was thinking like this would be like a 12, maybe 13-year-old girl, so she doesn't need toys all over the house. She's got her bedroom. Actually, maybe a little younger than 12 or 13, because the bedroom might be a little juvenile for that. I don't know. You tell me when you see it. And then the master bedroom here, I was just putting up some shelves and popping some stuff on there, and I was trying to just fill them up, and I came across that little toy airplane, so I just sized it down, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's like a model airplane that he made with his dad or something when he was a kid, and he just carries it around with him. Like, my husband has this little go-kart thing made out of like I think like out of a log, I think that him and his dad made, and he still has that. So I was kind of thinking along that same line. So here is the girls' bedroom. I would have killed for a bedroom like this when I was little. Like, just the colors and how bright it is, and the pinks and the blues. I'm not so much into these colors now as an adult, obviously, but it's still super cute. Did I keep that? I think I did keep that thing. I don't remember what that is. I don't think I've ever used it before. It came with the Parenthood pack, but it's like an arts and crafting wall decor thing. I don't know. There really wasn't much to choose from. So here I'm just putting a few little random toys and a thing of bubbles or something, I think, on the dresser. There's really not much other than toys. I don't find that there's very much to clutter dressers and end tables and stuff for small kids, but this bedroom turned out super cute. And then with the polka dotted wallpaper that I did on a couple of walls and then just blue on the other, I find it kind of ties into the dad's room, where he's got that one feature wall with, the black and white wallpaper, and then the rest of the walls I think are like a bluish color, I believe. And then here I've got the backsplash only in the kitchen, only on the back wall where the stove is, because it just looked weird on any of the other walls. So and then the living room, it's pretty much done. I think I was just going back in at this point and putting a few things on the walls because I felt they were kind of bare, and then obviously not curtains, but what are these called? Blinds. And I sized them down because I liked the look of the black frame kind of coming out around it. And outside there is a roof to, like you saw, there is a roof to like that portion here. You can see it here. I end up getting rid of that and I turn that into a pergola. Like when you just use the, you know, the fencing and make a nice design on it. Pergola, trellis, I'm not sure what the proper word is. In the backyard, I kind of kept it simple enough, with a swing set and some fencing, and I really, really enjoy the landscaping and how it turned out. I think I actually leave almost pretty much all of the landscaping in because this build didn't take me too long to do. So I didn't have to feel like I needed to cut out a lot of the landscaping. I think I cut out some of it when I was like just putting the dirt underneath things. But I thought this looked really cute with the trees and the wildflowers underneath because it tied into the wildflowers that are just kind of just in the world itself. And the lavender bushes are some of my favorites, so I try and use those whenever I can. Yeah, the landscaping is pretty simple. Kind of goes with the house. I find the house quite simple as well. It's not not detailed because the inside of the house is detailed. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but it's not an overly complicated design of a house. So I wanted to keep the landscaping simple to, go along with that, of course. Yeah, so just some more kind of dirt stuff just to make it look a little more realistic. I put some more plants here at the front. It was a little very matchy, very patterned. So I don't know, that might be a little bit much for some people, but I just started doing it and I was like, I like how this looks. In my OCD mind, it was perfect. And then just some bushes on the side, and this part I love. I mean, these are some of my favorite flowers for landscaping, the low-lying yellow flowers. I think it looks so nice when you put them like under fencing because then it kind of comes into the yard and I don't know, it just looks so nice. And then on the porch here, I didn't really want to put too much because they do have a nice yard, so you don't need super lots like on the porch itself. So I just put a little bench and a table because I thought, maybe it's a little spot to just sit in the morning and have your quick coffee instead of having to go out in the backyard. But yeah, the video is actually almost over once this trellis is done. So I know I don't put out videos very often, but I do appreciate you coming and watching them when I do. I am really trying my best, but it is hard. But I still absolutely love doing these videos and I will continue doing them. So thank you very much to everyone who does watch them, and please always comment and like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.